Hey everybody, this is Brantley from Smart Furniture, and I am here today with Robert. He's from our merchandising team, and last week you saw me unbox this chair from Steelcase, the Karman Chair. And after we finished that video, Robert took the chair to his home office, and he's been sitting in it ever since. So full work week in the Karman Chair, and he's going to give us a scoop. All right, great. So let's hear it. So I guess, Robert, let's start with like high level. Can you just give us kind of a high-level overview of this chair?
Sure, yeah. So the big point of this chair is it's lightweight and the options and features you get for the weight. So this chair comes in at a mere 29 pounds, which for other Steelcase chairs or other task chairs in general, especially of this quality, that's extremely lightweight chair.
Okay. What would like a normal, or a chair that you're thinking about?
Well, for example, my go-to chair at home is a Steelcase Leap chair, and that comes in at probably close to 70 pounds. So it's a pretty massive weight difference when you're talking about a chair.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, right.
Another point of this chair is this new intermix mesh. So this is a full mesh chair, mesh seat, but one thing that differentiates this chair from other mesh chairs is it does have a separate padding section on the bottom of the chair. But that means that even though it's a mesh seat, there is cushioning on the bottom, so it's not compared to some other fully mesh chairs. This is a little more comfortable, a little more padded, feels more like an upholstered chair on the base, but with the full mesh back.
Okay, and the advantage to mesh is that it's a breathable fabric, and it can, in theory, keep the chair cooler.
Right, it's breathable, it's easier to clean, it's probably easier to maintain than some fully upholstered chairs. It's just, and it's lighter, you don't have as much padding, and probably the big thing would be it is definitely a cooler chair as air can flow through the back of the mesh.
Okay, right, gotcha.
Now this also has the nice soft comfort edges on it, around the back and around the front. So you notice in some chairs that this is just like a hard plastic bezel if you were sitting in the chair, especially like work from home, maybe you're wearing shorts, because you want to be cool in your mesh chair. Hard plastic, that's going to start digging into the back of your legs, especially if you're shorter. I have slightly longer legs, so it doesn't really hit it, but I can see how if this were just hard plastic, that would really dig into the back of your knees. So having this being soft and pliable really makes a comfort difference, and that's part of this chair's appeal, is that it's all about comfort for weight.
Yeah, I've heard that complaint several times about certain chairs where it'll actually cut circulation off in the back of the legs, and the legs will eventually fall asleep if they're in that position. So that's really good. And yeah, this is very flexible and soft.
Right, and it also wants to sort of pitch you forward a little bit, so that keeps you from just sitting so far back that everything is rubbing against the front. So that's part of its, because it's not only light and comfort, but very ergonomic. So this chair wants you to sit correctly. It wants you to sit forward, not slouch, you can recline in it, but it's definitely a forward-leaning chair. So that's another aspect of it if you're looking for that ergonomic aspect of it, as well as not just a simple mesh task chair.
So it could actually help you with your posture.
It can help you with your posture. Okay. I'm a fidgeter, so I move around a lot, and that's another advantage of this chair. Is like this chair does have the 4D arms, so if you like to fidget with your arms, you can go front, back, side to side. Also height adjustable. Let me find the height adjustable one. So that
right
there, which is a nice feature.
Yeah, no, I love that.
But also, if you're sort of a fidgeter, like having the live back, which is essentially just that weight and gravity takes care of the adjustments on the back of the chair for you. So as you're sitting back, you'll notice that this chair will flex, and it'll flex in multiple directions. So move to the right, flexes to the left. So as you're sitting back, turning, twisting, moving, this is moving with you. So it's always keeping your back supported and always has you in a nice seating position.
Got it. Well, that's a great overview. Let's take a closer look maybe at the adjustments.
Sure. So part of keeping the weight off the chair is keeping the adjustments as simple as possible. So you probably noticed some test chairs, you sit down, you reach for the controls, and it's just like there's 14 buttons on the bottom. You don't know what's height adjustment, what back adjustment. It's very
Yeah, I
confusing.
know that feeling.
You're not going to run into that with this. So this essentially has a height adjustment, which is on one control, and then the tilt control, which,
Okay.
depending on how far back, like you can lean back fairly far in this chair, or you can lock it in place for a completely upright seating position, which is nice. And then I think a lot of
And
people,
that's when you get the kind of that forced back posture.
that's when you get that
position
forced
you
back
go.
posture.
Right.
But it does allow you can sit back in it, but it has enough tension on it. So like if you are in the sitting position forward, it's keeping enough pressure on your back that you don't feel like you're always about to fall back. So even if you had it wide open with the most recline, you're still, if you're just working, it's still keeping tension on your back, which is nice. So that's basically it for the under seat controls, which is nice.
Yeah, cool.
Secondary, we looked at the chairs as just a simple, this is also an option, simple little lumbar adjustment, slides up and down. So, you can take it all the way down, you can move it up if you like more, high back support, but just a nice little feature, easy to adjust. It's not very intrusive. It's not like some lumbars that you feel like it's just slamming you in your lower back. This is not very intrusive, just well thought out, well designed on the lumbar. And that is basically it for the adjustments. So yeah, keeping it simple and keeping it comfortable.
Well, now this live back style, this isn't a complete departure for Steelcase. They've used a similar design in other chairs, the Leap chair
They have,
specifically.
right.
So let's take a look at that. I'd like you to show us what we mean by that.
Sure. Right, so this is a full upholstered Leap chair. So this is almost like the cousin to the Karman Chair in that, as you can tell, they both have the live back technology. The only difference is this is a little more live than the Leap, as the Leap has the full plastic back. So it's a little more rigid, but still offers you that same sort of flexibility as you're moving around. This also has the 4D armrest, just like the Karman. You can see the controls are a lot more, what would you say? I'd say complex, plentiful. Yeah, the controls are more plentiful on the Leap chair. So yeah, not just a seat height, back support. You can just the back tension. So same basic lumbar style. So essentially, this is a more complicated, fully upholstered sort of a version of the Karman. They're definitely in the same family, but really what the advantage of this, so this chair comes in at 29 pounds, Leap comes in at probably almost 70 pounds. So as far as you like moving it, this is a very heavy chair where the Karman is ultra lightweight. Now if you're moving around a lot, if you have if your task is not just sitting at a computer, but you're actually moving about, maybe some sort of control panel, maybe you're a graphic artist, somebody that's needing to move and slide around, the lighter chair really does work out. This chair is more, you need to stay where you are with this chair. It doesn't really lend itself to a lot of rapid movement. And the other big difference between these two chairs is depending on your fabrics and your upholsteries, the Leap does come in leather and several other different upholstery options. This can be, as it sits, $200 more than a comparable Karman chair, but can get closer to $500, $600, $700 more depending on the options on the Leap chair. So this is definitely more bang for your buck. If what you're looking for, lightweight, mesh, ergonomic, great features, simple to use, great price point, this is really the chair to go for, the Karman by Steelcase. If what you were looking for is something more cush, fully upholstered, it's going to sit a little warmer than the mesh chair, heavier, more substantial, maybe you spend the extra money and get the Leap. So just as the Leap comes in a variety of upholstered fabric options, leather, the intermix mesh comes in several different styles, different colors. This is just the basic black on black on black, the classic Steelcase task chair, but it comes in great colors, the intermix fabrics, they can shift with the light, so if you look at it from different angles, it looks different, reds and purples, different colored bases, different color frames, so you can really mix it up and sort of personalize it and make it your own, which is a nice feature because so many chairs, like you can get a graphite, you can get a mineral colored chair, basically gray or black. Which color, gray or black, do you want? That's basically where your options in. Whereas with this, like, you can mix and match all day long and get a different look and a different style. So you can really personalize your chair with this.
All right, great. That was great information. So I guess let me ask you the obvious question. You've been sitting in this chair for a week. We work pretty long hours at our desks here at Smart Furniture. And what do you think?
Well, I'll tell you, Brindley, day one, it took a little adjustment. I'm so used to a leap chair, a heavier chair, a fully upholstered chair. By the second day, I was really feeling it, and then by the end of the week, I was loving this chair.
All right.
I could definitely see this being my everyday work chair.
Perfect. And so that goes for home office, office.
Home office, office, no matter what you're doing, an occasional
Right.
chair, or even like 9-10 hours in this chair. Really, it is because of its lightweight and its adjustability and its overall comfort that you can sit in this chair for 9 hours and not feel fatigued.
Right.
And I thought going from a heavier padded upholstered chair, this might cause a little more fatigue, but
Gotcha.
I mean, they've thought of everything. I mean, they've designed this chair for sitting.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is Brantley and Robert from Smart Furniture, and we'll see you guys next time.